I do not have an intro, but I finally have a new video for you. That's right, I missed another upload despite me saying that I have more time to record now. And I did have more time to record, just not as much time as I thought I would have, but I did get to record this video, and I think that today, once this is posted and the voiceover is done and the editing is done and everything is done, I think I will have more time to record and pre-record some stuff and then hopefully get back into the flow of things. The Instagram is still on my list of things to do, but that is not the priority, because why make an Instagram when you can't even, keep up your upload schedule at the moment? So that is still in there, it's just not the priority. But yeah, I'm excited to be back, excited to have a new build done for you guys. Like I said, I will pre-record some stuff, and I also have an idea of kind of giving you a very small little video, maybe like 8, 9, 10 minute video. I just want to build an ice cream stand next to the thing that we're building in this video. And yes, in general, there is going to be a few non-habitat builds that are coming up next. It's just the way that my plans for all my zoos work out. So hang in there. There will be more animal related builds in like a week. But this one is kind of an habitat. It's an implied habitat, so we don't really put in an actual animal that is going to do and live and be alive in here. But it is an implied aviary, so we all know those, and that we kind of need them in those zoos because we still don't have birds. I would really love to have birds. To me, it's not one of those I need it or this game is shit kind of things. It's more of like like the way that a zoo is structured, we are missing birds because there are aviaries. Oh my god, aviaries in zoos. So I wanted to put an aviary here, and it has to be implied because we don't have actual birds. You can see me right now working with a relatively modern shape and modern way of building this. We have these panels that are kind of separated and kind of create this like wooden panel look, I guess. And then it also has cutouts in the top. This was not really because I liked the look of it super much. It's just because I know that aviaries usually have an open roof. Like they usually don't have a roof that is kind of like, I guess, obstructing the view of the birds. So I kind of wanted to have this open in some way, but also, entirely open. I just knew in my mind it wouldn't look the way that I wanted it to look. But I think, I kind of got into a good middle ground with that. So, yeah. The shape of this, it looks cool. It doesn't make that much sense. I will admit that. I think that structurally this is not the most realistic one. I don't think that this would really work in real life. I think that you would have more support beams for that, but I don't know. I think it looks cool. I think it looks modern. Maybe there's like super strong metal beams somewhere in there that can support this, but I think, I don't know. Overall, I went for looks more than engineering with this one. Not that I know anything of engineering in the first place, but it doesn't look like it is the most, reasonable in terms of structure. But it could work, I guess. So, yeah. And yeah, right now we are building this little inside area of the aviary. I'm really happy with it. This is gonna sound stupid, but I feel like it's prettier without the thing up top. Than with the view obstructed by the mesh pieces in front of it, if that makes sense. Like, I think the mesh pieces, they kind of make it like feel so like gray toned, and I don't know, I'm thinking maybe it looks better when I change the color of the mesh pieces later on. Like, I might do this before recording the the real-time part. I haven't put in the birds yet, so I can't even really tell you what bird it is for. And usually that is a very, very bad thing to do. Like, usually you should not be building an exhibit before having decided on what animal goes there. Like, that is a no-no. But I felt for an aviary, it was okay, because I didn't really know what kind of birds I would find on the workshop, because the bird will be from the workshop. So as I've not picked it yet, obviously I can't say who it is by, but you can find that linked in the description once, I put in a bird and I decided on, who's the creator of the bird once I decide on the bird. So yeah, just have a look out, an eye out for that. I mean, I guess I can also say it in the real-time part, but right now I have no idea. It's probably going to be an owl or a what are they called? An eagle. Yes, because I think these like cold climate American animals, they just make sense here. It could also maybe be like a smaller songbird or something like that, but I mean, this cage doesn't really scream songbird to me. But yeah, I don't know. But I do like how it turned out. Like I just said, I do like how the interior turned out. I think it would also be really cool for an older zoo to have like a monkey in there or something, or maybe like a binturong, but obviously that would be way too small. And but yeah, I don't really like how it looks when the mesh pieces are in front of it, because I think they kind of take away from the colorfulness of this. I feel like the mesh pieces make it look more monotone, I guess. So yeah, that kind of bothered me. But overall, I like it, and I think that you can kind of, in your head, turn off the mesh pieces, like you can do in real life. Like, you look at a mesh fence and you don't, focus on the mesh fence, you focus on the things behind it. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but I do genuinely like how it turned out, and I hope you do too, and I hope that might inspire you to build an aviary, even though it's implied. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you hope for birds, because I sure do. I love birds. Like, the logo of this channel is obviously a toucan, and sorry if you could hear that. And I love ducks and I love geese, which is kind of a random animal to love. But when I was a little kid, I had a geese plushie. Like, that was or goose plushie, and that was my favorite plushie. Like, other kids had like little dogs or little what are they called, teddy bears. I had a goose and I loved it, and it was really stupid because obviously a goose has a long neck, and as a kid I loved sleeping with the goose's neck like over my nose. So whenever I have like a cold as a kid, obviously the goose would get really disgusting because it was under my nose, and then my parents took it away from me, but then I would cry. And so my mom once told me that there was a time period where I was in a constant loop of colds because I could keep like getting sick again from having this like disgusting goose under my nose. And so at some point they've gotten multiple of the same goose, because I think it was from IKEA. And so they had multiple of it, because also I think one time I lost one, and then my dad, like, he went to like a bunch of different stores to try to get new ones, and then I think they have multiple. Anyway, I still have it. I still have one of them. I think they like kept the prettiest one, like the least used one. And I still have it. It sits on my shelf. I think it's a kind of a funny story, and I think people genuinely like get a good giggle out of it when I tell them that, as a kid, my favorite plushie was actually a goose. Like, that is a bit random. I think I also had like a turkey, which I, for the longest time, thought was a peacock. And then as an adult, like at some point, like it fell back into my hand. I think it was like in the attic or something for a while, and then I was like, that is not a peacock, that is a turkey. But turkeys are not really a often seen animal in Germany. Like, I don't think I've ever seen, or like, I mean, maybe I've seen not a toucan, a turkey before, but, you know, not really consciously. And I think that Americans, you know, have a much more clear picture of what a turkey looks like, because obviously culturally, you know, it's part of Thanksgiving, and so you see pictures of alive turkeys and then you eat a non-alive turkey. So yeah, I mean, a turkey really wasn't on my mind as a kid. I don't think I even knew what a turkey was, but yeah, I thought it was a peacock, and I think my parents thought that too. Don't know what that was about, because my parents are really big fans of zoos and like animals, so I would have expected them to know, but I mean, I guess I could ask them if they knew that that was a turkey, or, you know, maybe they still think it's a peacock. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I don't know why I just went on that wild, don't you call it a goose chase? That is a full circle. But I don't know why I told you about all of that. But, you know, just to say, I love birds. I love geese especially. And I can't... No. I'm not going to say that I can't wait for development for Planet Zoo to be over. I can't wait to use mods, but I still want development for Planet Zoo to go on for a long time. I hope we get another year. I mean, the end of this year is confirmed that, you know, we still get DLCs for the rest of the year, but we don't know what's going to happen in 2023, and I sure hope that it's not going to end. I mean, I'm excited for being able to use mods, because generally mods are a bit safer when the game is done developing, because, you know, a new development in the game usually knocks out some of the mods, which, at least that's what it is for The Sims, and I felt like I've only played with mods on Planet Zoo once, and I felt like when an update came, suddenly everything broke, so I think it's the same here, and it does make sense. So, I'm not bad about it, but, I mean, do I want the development of Planet Zoo to end? No, but am I kind of excited for using mods safer than it is now? Sure I am. And also, thank you so much. Someone was commenting on my last video that I could use Freebuild, and just to confirm with you, because I'm sure some of you use it, other people don't have to have Freebuild to be able to use and like load and play with the builds that you made, right? Because then it's absolutely an option for me, and I'm happy to use it, because I think it's one of those mods that you can just take out when you don't need it. I think I heard that before somewhere. But yeah, if you know anything about Freebuild, like, let me know, and I consider, you know, play with it, because I'm absolutely not against mods. I used to make mods for The Sims, actually. So, yeah, that would be great. And I totally lost my place. I was talking about geese. That's the only thing that I know. But yeah, oh my god, that's what I wanted to say. Like, when we get to that sad point of not continuing development on Planet Zoo, I really, really hope that there's a goose mod. You know, because I sure do love them. And I also love toucans. I think they're so beautiful. But, yeah. You know, geese, man. I just like them so much. I cut out a lot in this video, like right now. I cut out some pieces where I was fixing the fence, because this is round-ish, but not entirely round, so I couldn't really use all the roundy tricks that there are. I did do that all manually by hand. It's not the roundest, and it doesn't have to be, but it did take some time. I think, like, probably if this wasn't round, if this was square, this probably would have taken like 2 hours to build, but it took way longer, just because I had to manually do circles, which is a bit tedious in this game, let's be honest. I mean, it is what it is. It is the way that this game works, and I think the fact that we are free enough to do make circles is amazing. So I'm not complaining, but it does take some time to do circle things, so I might not do that for a few more videos now, but Oh my god, I had to cut out so much of the voiceover right there because I kept coughing. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot left in this video. Again, I'm really sorry for missing uploads lately. I'm super busy. If you want to hear all the things that make me super busy, you can check out the last video, which is also a bit of like a series that I started because I knew it'd be easier to film than the regular series. So the new one is like an abandoned map, like building a map that you can play in, like an abandoned zoo that you guys can update. That is the idea for the new series that I started, and it is really more to give me the opportunity to build on something, but it can be as detailed or not detailed as it wants to be, and it doesn't have a defined finishing moment that I have to reach like I do with other things. Like usually I will finish in like a certain build or habitat to post the video, and with that new series I don't really have to do it because it's literally ruins. So if I say I'm done and it's not a full building, it's like, yeah, well, it's broken, you know? So that is a good opportunity for me now that I kind of am a bit stressed with time. But like I said, I totally think that will get better, and I don't just think, I also hope. But yeah, I think that today and tomorrow I'll be able to at least pre-record maybe the next 2 videos if I'm very lucky and I'm very inspired and not getting tired too early, because that is also a thing. I've in the past had a job that was in I think you call it hospitality in English, but essentially I was a waitress, and my shifts always started like midday, so I'm used to being able to stay up very late, and I'm genuinely a person that is the most creative late at night. And now I have a job where I have to get up in the morning, so that also takes adjusting for me to be tired too early to be really creative, which sucks because my field of study is also creative. But that is an issue for an entirely different channel, probably. But yeah, we're almost at the end of the Speedbuild, so I think I'll see you in a couple of seconds to do a little bit of a real tiny part. See you there. Alright. Let's start out on our beautiful little viewing platform for American bisons. In the last video, or the bison video, we didn't have a real-time part, we just had cinematics, so look at that. I don't think you could see that in the cinematics, that we have a beautiful view of this mountain range from this viewing platform here, and these are obviously the bisons. So I started here because I wanted to show you the way up to the owl enclosure. It is owls now, by the way. With this, I kind of want to do more detailing with this rock wall, but I don't really know what I'm going to do up top, so that is for a future day. But yeah, I continue to keep these like fences that come with the path. They're not too bad. I wish I could change them to a different paths one, but I figured, it is like a task I don't want to have to deal with custom fences on an uphill curly thing. I don't know why they're all running there, to be honest. Like, there is no animal in it. It is an implied habitat, just to make that very clear. But okay, yeah. I think from this angle right here, that is my favorite view of it. It makes it look very modern. I love the circles. It's like 2 circles that like intertwine. I like it. By the way, I don't think, because I was coughing so much and I had to cut out so much of the voiceover, I don't think that I actually mentioned that it has a viewing platform up top. It does have a viewing platform up top. We're going to look at it in a second. I forgot to write down the creator's name. It is not Dark or Drak, the person that does a lot of birds. Their birds are incredible, but I found those, and I really like that they look good from every angle, which was very important for this, like circular thing that has different view angles on the birds. Oh my god, these people. I don't know why they're all here. But okay. So these are great. You will find it in the description, the creator of it, and obviously a link to the workshop item. And then, oh my god, there's so many people here. This is very overgrown. It's not necessarily the way that I was planning it originally, but I think it fits this area also because I'm not that happy with the surrounding fences here. Oh, okay, they all come up here to see the bisons. That's fair. But yeah, you can have some views into the owls here. And then this is a little bit of a keeper entrance. It's obviously only implied. There is no keeper going in there. And this is obviously where we're probably going to continue. Maybe not in the next video, but somewhere down the next video. Okay, what are they doing? That is just stupid. Okay. And over here is probably where I'm going to put the little bit of an ice cream stand that I promised before. But, okay, let's go up these stairs. Which brings us to, oh no, let's just place us there. That brings us to, the viewing platform. Okay, we're slipping through this. I think because there's wooden panels underneath it, we keep falling into the floor here. Okay, let's just get out of this. Okay. This is the platform from up top. I think it's very nice way of having a platform. I wish it had a sunroof, and I wish we could have different styles of the talker points, but this talker point actually allows them to throw food, which is great. So for the bisons, obviously, because I like the idea that they throw it over these people into the habitat. I've yet to see it, but I like the thought of that. But yeah, that is a little bit of a platform. It is like a dead end here, but I figured, that is alright for a platform. But yeah, I hope that is cool to you. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you're excited for more. I hope you're not mad that this is just an implied habitat. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!